Okay, so first thing we do is get into the back end, which is vacte.com/administrator. Then you log in. Your username can be any one of these super administrators. You can use vacte, and the password I'll put in the email, or you could use admin, and I think the same password is for both currently. And to create a new super administrator, first of all, to get to this spot, we go to users, user manager, which takes us to here, and then if you want to create a new user, just click here or click here, this button, this yellow button. Let's just call this new user, say John. Okay, John at vacte.com, and we'll call this test, and the user logon name will just be called John. Say we want a board member named John, and then his email will be john@vacte.com. And we probably only want him to have access to the board area, so we only give him the registered. We don't want him the back end messing up the website, so we just give him registered access. So anyone with registered access can see the board packets, etc. So we just press save and close, and we don't want him, yes, here's a couple other options. We don't want him to receive system emails, and if he becomes a rogue board member, then you can quickly block him, but it would be better just to delete John. Hopefully there's no John on the board, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to press save and close, and passwords do not match. Okay, test. Okay, so save and close. Okay, so there's John, and you can see he's registered just like the board members are. So currently there's just one board member login for everyone. And again, the way we get there is we just click on login here, and I'm just going to put John in here, and then test. Okay, and I just logged in, and there's the board member information. Now I'm going to just delete John and go back here, and let's just, for the heck of it, I'm just going to refresh, and it just says at the top, you are not authorized to view this resource because I just deleted John, and John is no longer able to access it. But let's just go ahead and log into over here down at the bottom. We can log in as well under board, and then you have the password and the email. Okay, so that's how this part works, nothing complicated. So your choice would be to have a separate username and password for each board member, or just keep it simple and they just use the word board for the administrator, or pardon me, as their login username, and then the password, which we've already got in the email as well. Okay, so as far as just take an overall look at the site. Let's go to let's just go to the home page. When you first log in, you're going to go here, and one of the places you might go to first is just to the article manager, and here's all the pages. Here's where you edit the actual text to a page. Now this has a little lock on it, which means that someone else may be editing it at the same time, but if you know for sure that no one else is editing it, you can just double click on it on the lock, and you'll be able to edit it at this point. But the lock is basically trying to protect you, or for trying to protect two people from editing the same page at the same time, which is could cause lots of problems. But if you, as I say, if you know 100% sure that no one else should or can or is editing that page, just double click the lock. Okay, let's just click on the home page right now. I believe it's this project Jumpstart. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look at the home page, and the way to get to the home page is just to type index.php. That will be necessary until the site goes live. Once the site goes live, then then just index, and then just vacte.com will take you to the home page. Yeah, there's project home start or jump start. Okay, so now I'm just going to randomly change some text. Notice that I can open up this window here, make it bigger, make it easier to see all the text at once. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to add an exclamation mark at the end of this sentence. And I'm just going to press save. When I press save, it stays on the same page for further edits. And now I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to refresh this page. And there, scroll down a bit. And there's that little exclamation mark that I just added. So that's as simple as it gets as far as adding text goes. I'm going to take this exclamation point off, press there. And now instead of pressing save, I'm going to press save and close because I want to get out of this page now. And let's quickly go back here, refresh, and there the exclamation mark is gone. So what I'm doing is you see I have two, or actually you can even have several tabs open. Sometimes I work with several copies of this vacte.com/administrator, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to paste that in. So I have two tabs in the administrator area open at the same time. Sometimes if I'm doing a lot of stuff, I'll even have 3 or 4 tabs open. So one tab may be always we're working the article manager, and then another tab may be working, let's just say the modules. But now that we're talking about modules, let's just see. Yeah, there's the right menu. I'm going to double click it because I know no one else is working on it. Your site really isn't very module intensive, so here's a module. The module is this on the right, board members, okay? And this is a module, but this is edited in a different spot. So really, the only module you guys are going to be concerned about is the one called board members. Okay, the footer, header, yeah, that's it. So it's the only one you're ever going to be editing, and it works in the same way. It just has this, you can expand it out. Oops, just pull this pull down menu here, and depending on how big your monitor is. So there, you can quickly, oh good, we don't have any Johns as board members, that's good. So if we wanted to add an exclamation mark after Steve, just put it there as a test and press save and go back here and just test it out. There it is. There's the exclamation mark there. So that will change on every page. No, we don't have board members on every page, but say you wanted to have the board members on every page. Here's how you would do it. See right now it's only on the home page, but if you wanted this board members on all pages, you press on all pages there, okay? But for now we're only going to choose only on selected pages, and I'm clearing the selection and I'm choosing home only as we have it currently. I'm going to get rid of the exclamation point mark and put it back to where it was. So those are the menu assignments. So there's basically the main menu and the right menu, and they can both be different, but I suggest keep things simple. And right now the right module is a complete mirror. The right menu, actually we're going to get rid of it. We're going to have the right menu is going to be a complete perfect mirror image of the main menu. So in the future, after I delete it, you'll only see the main menu, and the right menu will just be a mirror, which again is to simplify everything. Okay, so I'm going to press save and close. So that's the only module you guys will need for this site. And what else are we going to do here? Okay, let's just go to the menus now that we're talking about it. Okay, so we do have the right menu, and when we look at it, you'll see that there's all these alias items here, which is basically just pointing to an item in the main menu. But this can get complicated. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and just delete the entire right menu because we're not using it in this way anyway. And yep. And hopefully I didn't make a mistake. So I'm just going to go back and refresh this page, and we'll still see that the right menu is there because I have it set up in the modules so that the right menu is simply choosing the main menu. It's just a duplicate, different way of showing it. So you'll see that, for example, programs, we have the 3 items underneath there, and on the right we have the 3 items over here. So it's just a mirror image, but it allows the viewer to see all aspects of the site without clicking. The top menu requires your mouse or click, but not the right menu. Okay, so let's just see how you wanted to, say, manage the menu. Right menu, I'm going to just refresh here because now the right menu is gone from here. Yeah, we only have the main menu. Let's just go here. And let's just say you wanted to change the order of these menus under programs. You just click this arrow up, and now CTSO is now the number 2. I'm going to click this down arrow. Okay, there it is there. Now let's just say I wanted to add more space for the menu to add another whole category. So let's just say we wanted to change governing board to just board on the top menu. Just get rid of that. Save and close. And we go back and refresh here. And we see board is now just one word. Now we have space for a whole other item. Okay, let's just say we wanted CTSO to be on the top. I'm going to move it, instead of it being a sub under programs, underneath programs, I'm going to put it to menu item root. And I'm just going to save it. And I'm going to refresh. And there's CTSO over there. So I moved it under programs over there. So let's just undo what we just did. Let's put it back under, instead of menu item root, I'm going to put it underneath programs, save and close it. Then I'm going to go back to board, change the name back to governing board. And while I'm thinking about it, this word board, that's the alias, that's the link. And you want to keep those as simple as possible. And the reason is, I'm just going to save and close it, is to show you what they do. For example, when I click on board here, okay, if you see the link up top, that's what that alias does. It creates a nice simple link. And then the word login is, because login is a submenu item, it's under board. So basically that's the main of the top level item, and that's the submenu item. So these are called search engine friendly URLs, SEF. It's a code short word, SEF, search engine friendly URLs. It just makes it easy for you to even remember what the login is. Okay, so let's look at contacts. Okay, so the site, again, if you're quickly sending out an email and you want to, send the email to, someone to find this page, you don't even need to check it. You just remember vacte.com/contacts. Simple as possible. Programs, vacte.com/programs. Okay, vacte.com/forms. As soon as the site becomes live, I'll change this, or if you remember, if I forget, change it from forms to forms. There's a technical reason for that. I'm not going to get into at this point, but basically, yeah, right now it has to say forms 2 for some obscure reason. So that's it. We're almost at our 15-minute limit for this video, so I'm going to stop and start a new video.